Here are the stories we have for you. Hear from Judge Shepard on the progress of the new court building. Some officers in the Shelby Township Police Department are under new titles after a recent promotion ceremony. Explore the inside of Fire Station Number 1 at their upcoming open house. This edition of Shelby This Week has these stories and many more coming up. A pedestrian was killed by a vehicle in the area of Auburn and Parkdale. The 29-year-old male victim was struck in the roadway on the early morning on Sunday. The victim was transported to Troy Beaumont Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. The investigation appears to show the victim was walking in the street at the time of the accident. Alcohol may have been a factor with the victim. If you were a witness to the accident or have any relevant information, you are asked to contact the Shelby Township Police Department at 586-731-2121, extension 413. Shaggy Dog here in Shelby Township officially closed its doors. Filled with controversy these last few years, the owner of the store said on her website she has decided to close shop and retire. Donna Corbett has owned Shaggy Dog for the last 35 years. She sold puppies and supplies, according to the site. Back in 2016, she closed down the grooming side of the business after a dog who was taken in to be groomed died after chemicals were spilled on it. Most recently, a Facebook post from a woman who got a puppy from the store claimed her dog had parvo and was in the hospital receiving immediate attention to save its life. Now the store sits with papers over the windows. A former Eisenhower High School student appeared in front of a judge for his sentencing. In March, Stephen Johnson was charged with making a false report or threat of terrorism. He pled guilty to the charges in court last month. Johnson was overheard making threatening remarks to other students at school. The 18-year-old appeared in Macomb County Circuit Court, and Judge Michael Servetto sentenced the teen to serve 2 months in jail and 2 years of probation with the possibility to have the conviction removed from his record. Johnson is one of 60 students who have been charged with making a threat or false report since the Parkland school shooting in February. Construction started in April, and crews have worked hard to get the new court building to the point where it is right now.
Well, we're making outstanding progress on the building. They've got of course, the shell of the building up, the walls and the ceiling, the parking lot. So they're making outstanding progress toward completion of it. We're very excited about it, and we're at the point now where we're selecting furniture and other things that go along with that. Of course, carpet, things of that nature, tile. So we're excited about the progress that's being made on the building.
The new 41A District Court is right next door to the police department on the Shelby Township Municipal Campus. The new building will offer more space for people who are required to appear in court. Attorneys will be offered private areas to consult with their clients. There will be 2 courtrooms and a larger lobby area for people waiting for their hearings. This project was years in the making, and the $5.2 million project is expected to open sometime in the spring of next year. The Shelby Township Police Department welcomed a new officer and promoted 6 other officers. Surrounded by family, friends, and mentors, these officers were pinned into their new roles with the department. We introduced you to Officer Matt Winquest last month. He was officially sworn into the department at the ceremony. Dave Jackman, Brian Bunch, and Jason Armstrong were all promoted to sergeants. Beth Walsh and Jeff Bellamo are now lieutenants with the department, and Jason Schmittler was sworn in as captain. Chief Schlide spoke fondly of each of these officers. He also spoke on how each of them exhibits the pillars and the mission of the department every time they are out doing their job. Congratulations on the new hire and the promotions in the department. Explore the Shelby Township Fire Department at their open house. On October 13th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the fire department will open their doors at the fire station number 1 and invite the community in. The event is free and there will be activities for the whole family to enjoy. A tour of the station is provided along with a meet and greet with the firefighters. There will be bucket rides and a candy drop. Sparky the dog will be on site to greet all the people in attendance. Mark your calendars for October 13th. Still ahead on Shelby this week in your Week 4 high school football. One junior high student will represent the district and the state in this national program. One group is hosting a forum for the public and the topic is drugs.
Looking for a great time with family and friends? Roll on over to the new rink. We offer roller skating, games, an arcade with prizes, and even an extreme bounce zone for the kids. Let us host your next birthday party or reserve your private event in one of our banquet rooms. Check out La Rev Dance Company and 2SP Sports Performance located right inside our building. Schedule your next event with us. Visit the new Rink Roller Sports Complex on Van Dyke, just south of 23 Mile Road in Shelby Township.
Dogs, puppies, good boys, and our best friends. There's no better way to bond with them than spending time outdoors. But when it's time for them to go, make sure you pick up their poop. It prevents germs from spreading and keeps the parks clean. Thank you for continuing to make Shelby Township a great place to live.
The Utica Chieftains played on their own home turf this week. However, Grosse Pointe South ended up dominating, and unfortunately, a loss was the result of Week 4. Here are your football game highlights.
The Utica Chieftains are back home as they try to get their first win against the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. Zach Keene back to pass, rushed in the pocket, and picked off by Scott Rosati. The Blue Devils would drive it down, ending up in this 1-yard dive by Colin McQueen. Zach Keene with a bomb to Christian Gegovic, down to the 28-yard line of Grosse Pointe South. Setting up this 47-yard field goal by Marko Matovsky, but short. Blue Devils take over. Ryan Downey back to pass, but tipped up in the air by Gable Shefsky and intercepted by Kurt Kessens. Setting up this 32-yard field goal by Marko Matovsky. But the Blue Devils would not let up. Ryan Downey launching a bomb to AJ Benson 58 yards later with another touchdown. Now the score is 14-3. Later on, Downey and Benson again. Another bomb to get them into the red zone. Connor McKenna rumbling down to the 2-yard line, plus a horse collar penalty. Drive ending in this Brady McCarron dive to put them up 21-3. Zach Keene, and just in bounds, Christian Gegovic. And finally getting the touchdown, Zach Keene to Gegovic. Down the middle, 18-yard pass. But they still trailed 21-10. Grosse Pointe South answers back with a 4-yard touchdown run by Connor McKenna. Tyler Wysocki with some hard running here for the Utica Chieftains. Setting up this 30-yard field goal attempt, but it's blocked. Recovered by Chase Tomlin for the Blue Devils. Kevin McCarron with some patient running here, down into Utica territory. Culminating in this 9-yard Brady McCarron touchdown run to bring us to our final score. Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils 35, Utica Chieftains 10.
The Utica High School Band Boosters will be having a used instrument sale. The sale is open to the public and you can buy and sell your used instruments. The sale will be on September 29th at the high school. If you are interested in selling an instrument, you can arrive at the school between 8 and 11 a.m. An appraiser will be on site to assess the instruments. The seller will receive 80% of the sale, with 20% of that going back to the Utica High School Instrumental Music Program. If you are looking for a used instrument, you are invited to the sale starting at 1 p.m. and it'll last until 4 p.m. Schools across the country participate in a program called DARE, which stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. The program is a rite of passage for sixth graders in the Utica Community Schools. And one UCS student will represent not only the district, but also the state of Michigan in this national organization. Here's Stacy Sansatera with more.
I'm super excited and happy and grateful for Officer Leslie for the nomination.
Jack Droel, a ninth grader at Shelby Junior High, has been selected to be the Michigan representative to the National DARE Youth Advocacy Board.
Anything you can bring in that has, the DARE logo on it. I think
And this nomination was an easy choice for the Shelby Township Police Department's DARE officer, Leslie Heisler.
So Jack stood out from even the time that I had him in DARE. He stood out as a kid that was very clearly going to be a speaker, going to be outspoken in his community, and was going to be a leader of his peers.
Selected for his academic achievement and leadership skills, the board selects youth of exceptional dedication and commitment from across the country to act as liaisons between DARE and the community. The advocacy board is composed of 50 members, one student from each state.
I hope that I can offer insight from Michigan, because I know last year there wasn't one from Michigan on the board. So I'm excited that Michigan is now included, and I'm excited, and I'm also excited to hear what the other people from different states have to say.
The Youth Advocacy Board is our connection. DARE is full of old people like myself. It's all old cops and old administrators, and we have to have that connection with the youth. And that Advocacy Board is that connection with the youth. They are the youth's voice in our program. They really tell us what what's their concerns. We have our program, it's called Keeping It Real. Well, real to me is way different than real to real teenagers. And that Youth Advocacy Board, they kind of direct our studies, they direct our curriculum, and they have a voice in what we teach in the future.
I remember from my DARE graduation when I was in sixth grade, like other students and representatives and people from the DARE program were talking, and was so inspired by them and excited that I can be the one to inspire other young students.
Jack's community involvement runs deep.
So after sixth grade, I founded my own Junior Optimist Club. That was it's a community service organization, and we've actually worked with her for one of her own foundations that she started called the Copper Fund, which is she started this mobile educational trailer that she takes around to different communities and teaches people about the harmful effects of drugs and how they can stay away from them. So I've been working with her with the Junior Optimist Club and with her foundation together. So
Jack is excited about the opportunity in his new role on the board, and specifically the chance to speak to UCS sixth graders in the DARE program. And Jack has an important message to our youth.
Stick with it, do it, because it's super helpful and relatable for the kids. I feel like the adults wouldn't understand as much because I don't think they had it when they were, our age. So it's super good, and it's super it's crazy because you actually experience those type of things when you're in junior high and high school. So stick to it.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Jack's term on the board will run until his graduation from high school in 2022. This Halloween Glow Run has the goal to fight against hunger. On October 27th, community members are invited out to a 5K run or walk at Riverbends Park. The sponsoring organization is Blessings in a Backpack Utica. This organization provides food every Friday to qualifying students in the district. Each child receives 6 meals for the weekend during the school year.
We need runners or participants because that helps us to raise that money that we need. Meyer supplying the food for $100 for the 240 meals, quite honestly doesn't cover the shipping of those meals. But we still need to raise those funds. Events like this will help us to do that. we cannot do what we do without the support of the community. And the runners in this community or walkers in this community or in the surrounding area can help us to raise the funds that we need.
Along with the 5K, there will be a kids run which starts at 6 p.m. You can register online at eastsideracingcompany.com. If you are interested in being featured in a calendar, now is the time to submit a photo. Helping Hands Gifts is looking for men of Macomb for their 2019 calendar. If you are 21 or older and live or work in Macomb County, you can submit your picture.
And we wanted to make this a competition not just for like sexy people, but for like the everyday people that work and live in Macomb.
You can send your photo to menofmacomb@helpinghandsgifts.com. Pictures must be submitted by September 22nd. All submissions will be posted on the Men of Macomb Facebook page on September 24th. Every like on the photo gets 1 point and every share gets 2 points. Voting ends on October 15th. The 12 men with the most votes will be chosen for the calendar. The man with the most support will be put on the cover of the calendar, and his favorite charity will receive 20% of all calendar sales. For more information, you can visit helpinghandsgifts.com. As Helping Hands Gifts continues to search for the Men of Macomb, they are also planning an upcoming event. On September 26, they will host an opioid public forum. The goal of this presentation is to inform the public on this issue and provide resources to the community. With the recent statistics about drug overdoses from the Macomb County Medical Examiner's Office, Helping Hands founder and executive director Laura Shelby decided this topic is relevant right now.
So we chose to focus on this problem this year. We are not the frontline experts. We just wanted to provide a forum for people to talk about this, to share information.
With the impact drugs are having on all communities across the United States, Helping Hands Gifts wants to make sure help is provided for those who need it most.
Because we really wanted to come out with solution-based outcomes as opposed to just talking at the problem. So we want to connect the business communities to people in recovery. One of the things that we've discovered throughout our research is that people in recovery are telling us if they can't get connected to an employer who understands their recovery journey, that they often fail, or they're in jobs that are around people who may be doing recreational drug usage, which leads them back down a path.
The free public forum will be at Imagine Theaters in Macomb. Doors open at 6 p.m. The event will last until 9 p.m. Information booths will be open before and after the panel discussion. If you are interested in learning about Helping Hands Gifts, visit them online or on Facebook by searching Helping Hands Gifts. Coming up, this online retailer will now bring your real Christmas tree right to the front door. And Turning Point will once again host this walk to kick off Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Learn how you can join the walk.
Come down to the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center, October 19th and 20th from 6 to 9 p.m. for the Haunted Nature Center. For ages 3 and up, pre-registration is highly recommended. Check out the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center's Facebook page for pictures to determine whether it is appropriate for your child. All children should be accompanied by an adult. So come down to the Haunted Nature Center.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes
kids
you.
how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
It's hard to believe we are already talking about the holiday season, and we know we are still a few months away from Christmas. But one online retailer announced its plan to supply you with a tree right at your doorstep. Amazon will begin to sell real full-size Christmas trees. Trees available for purchase will range from 2 to 7 feet. You can buy Fraser firs, Black Hills spruce, and a few others. The trees will be shipped within 10 days of being cut down. Their goal is to amp up their Christmas decoration selection this year, so along with the trees, they will also sell wreaths and garland. The items will be available for shipment to your doorstep sometime in November. Marking its 11th year, Tara's Walk focuses on domestic violence awareness. Named after Tara Grant, a Washington Township woman who was murdered by her husband in February of 2007. The annual walk was started by her family to raise awareness and hopefully prevent other families from experiencing the loss of a loved one due to domestic violence. Turning Point Macomb will once again host the walk.
It's going to be a real fun family event, but it's really the crux of it is to raise awareness about domestic violence and its impact on families.
Tara's Walk will be on September 22nd at 10 a.m. It will be held at Freedom Hill in Sterling Heights. So far, there are 27 teams registered. If you're interested in signing up, you can visit turningpointmacomb.org. Now that fall is in the air, cider mills and apple orchards are in their prime. Enjoy scenes from Yates Cider Mill, and don't forget you can always catch up on any of our shows anytime online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. Enjoy the scenes of the mill, and thanks for watching.